Glutes help us walk upright, run, climb stairs, and so much more. They're the biggest and most powerful muscles in our body, but we kind of forgot how to use them, literally. There's a thing called gluteal amnesia, and it happens when we sit most of the time during our day, over a longer period of time, or generally due to being physically inactive. We tell our body we don't quite feel like using our glutes, so it finds its own way to compensate for that. For example, when you do squats or some other movements that include hip extension where the glutes are supposed to help, other muscles take the lead. So muscles like the ones in your lower back and hamstrings take the work. That's a clear message to your glutes. Yep, you can continue sleeping. Others will do your job. Let's wake them up. Glute Bridge. Lie down with your back on the floor. Slide your feet back in closer to your knees. Put both your knees and feet hip-width apart. Relax your shoulders and head. Now you can cross your arms over your chest, just to take them out of this exercise. Tilt your pelvis towards yourself. Is your lower back flat now? Good, because it shouldn't be arched away or pressed into the floor. This is a neutral position. Now lift your hips up off the floor before you lift your back. Squeeze your glutes while they're up. Slowly go back down to the floor. When going up, your hips go first and back second. And when going down, it's the opposite. Back first, then the hips. Glute Bridge is a simple exercise to start with, even if you're not in such a good shape. Plus, it's great for activating your glutes. You can start without any additional weights. Just your body is enough. You got your stopwatch? Excellent. We'll do this for 1 minute. Moving to the next, donkey kicks. Get on all fours. Keep your hands directly under the shoulders, while the knees are under your hips. Tuck the chin a little bit so that the back part of your neck is facing the ceiling. Try to keep your back flat. Time to get your lower abdominals to work, but without rounding your spine. Keep your legs in a 90-degree bend in your knees. Now, exhale and slowly lift your right leg back so your foot is lined with the ceiling. Return to the starting position. Don't let your thigh go higher than your torso. It can lead to compensation of your lower back. Also, the max height you should go is right before your hips begin to rotate or back starts to arch. 30 seconds on the right. And 30 seconds on the left side. Clamshells. Lie on one side. Keep your legs and shoulders stacked and bend your knees at a 45-degree angle. Keep your feet stacked up too. Now, rest your head on the arm below you. Keep your frame steady with your top arm. Let your hips be stacked too, since you might feel your top hip rocking backward during this exercise. Keep your feet together and raise the upper knee as high as possible, but without shifting your pelvis or hips. And make sure your lower leg stays on the floor. Stop for a second and then return the upper leg to the starting position. It's important to keep your abs engaged. Pull your belly in to do that, because it will help you stabilize your pelvis and spine. We'll do this for 1 minute, 30 seconds on one side and 30 on the other. No lower body workout can go without at least some variation of the squat. Here's the basic version you can do with your body weight only. Take a nice wide stance with your feet shoulder width apart. Put your hands out in front for better balance. And sit back as if there was a chair behind you. Do it slowly when going down to control your movement better. Your knees should stay behind the toes. Your chest should be up. Look in front of you to keep the position with the back straight. When you're going up, make it faster than going down. With squats, you're strengthening the muscles around your knees and hips. Start your stopwatch and try to do squats for 1 minute. The bird dog exercise. Go on all fours again. Take the tabletop position. Let your knees be under your hips while your hands are under the shoulders. Engage your abdominal muscles to keep your spine neutral. Don't let it curve. Now, draw the shoulder blades together. First, raise your right arm and left leg at the same time. Keep your hips and shoulders parallel to the floor while doing it. Tuck the chin into your chest so you can gaze down at the floor and stretch your neck. Keep its back in line with the spine. Hold it like that for a couple of seconds, then go back to the starting position. Do the same with your left arm and right leg. That's 1 round. The important thing here is to try not to rotate your pelvis and keep your hips level. Don't lift your leg too high and don't allow your chest to go down. Your shoulder blades should be back and away from your ears. Move slowly so you can control your body better. Breathe evenly. Set your stopwatch for 1 minute. Reverse lunge. Stand up straight and tall, with your hands at the hips. Lift your chest, shoulders go back, and feet are shoulder width apart. Transfer your weight to the left foot and lift the right leg straight behind, taking a big step backwards. Feel your glutes engaging when doing this exercise. Your front thigh has to be parallel to the floor while the left knee is positioned right over your ankle, making a 90-degree bend. Go to the starting position and repeat. With lunges, you're making different muscles stronger, including hamstrings, quadriceps, glutes, and calves. Let's do 30 seconds with one leg, then 30 with the other. You can practice lunges from different angles, so let's skip to the side lunge now. Stand tall, put your feet hip-width apart. Now take a wide step out to the right side. Bend your right knee and push your hips back at the same time. Both feet should be flat on the floor, and just like with squats, don't let your knees go over your feet. Push off with your right leg to go back to the center. Side lunges also work great for your inner thigh muscles. Get your stopwatch and do 30 seconds on one side and 30 on the other. Lateral step-ups, one more way to challenge your glutes. Take a step or some kind of bench, box, or something else that will get you a bit higher off the ground. Stand to the left side of your bench. Step onto it with your right foot and keep your left leg straightened. Put your arms straight forward for balance. Bend your knee and pay attention to its position. Don't let it go over your toes. Touch the floor with your left heel while slowly bending. Come back up. If you want to up the ante, pull your knee up at the top position and hold it like that for 1 to 2 seconds. Half a minute on each side, you got it. How do you feel while doing these exercises? Do you feel like your glutes are active? Even if you start working out, your glutes may still be asleep because your body got used to transferring the responsibility to the other muscles. Here's a simple test to check if these exercises are hitting your glutes. Try to do a single leg loop bridge where you keep one leg straight while the other is bent on the floor. Hold it like that with your hips in the air. Where do you feel the work's happening? In the glutes, or is it more in the hamstrings, quads, and lower back? If you feel it more in other muscles, the chances are your glutes are asleep. Check the same thing with the rest of the exercises from this video. Another way of testing it. Can your pelvis stay in its neutral position, or does it move to the side while your spine's going down during the exercise? Yep, the glute's failing the mission again, which is why you need to focus on your glutes while doing the exercises on the list to consciously make them take the lead over the other muscles. No cheating, glutes.